Good morning, everybody. Charlie here with Red Summit RF. Well, we've been hiking for a mile or so in pitch blackness. It's slowly lighting up, and so we're heading up to the top of Dixie Benchmark for a Summits on the Air activation. I'll check in when there's a little bit more light and tell you more about what I'll be doing on this activation. Still a little bit dark for me to get on camera and talk about what's going on today, so onward. Right up there's where we're headed. All right, folks, good morning again. Charlie here with Red Summit RF. We're sitting on top of Dixie Benchmark. I've already got my antenna mast all set up, and we're good with that. This is a link dipole. As you can see, we still haven't got the sun all the way up. It's thinking about it though, and it's overcast and a little bit windy. So hopefully it doesn't rain on me, and hopefully the winds don't knock over my antenna. We'll see. Well, today I have with me the Rockmite, and just a little background on the Rockmite. The Rockmite was designed by Dave Benson, and that was around 2001, and he worked with Doug Hendricks to make this available as a giveaway at the 2001 LobsterCon that Rex Harper puts on out in Maine. And so Dave Hendricks sold that as just like a board with maybe a few components for about 15 years, up until about 2014, 2015, at which point Rex Harper took over selling those Rockmites. And over the last 10 years or so, Rex has been selling them on QRP but he's been slowly making upgrades to them and making them better, the kits. So it's a full kit now. He sends all the components that you need to make the radio. And just an example of one of the upgrades, it didn't come with a keyer initially, and he worked with somebody to make it so that when you buy the kit, it comes with a CW keyer. So there's a lot of great things about it. So I have the latest upgrade. It's called the Rockmite Plus. And in it is a couple of band modules. What you do is, so the Rockmite is rock bound. What that means is it's subject to only operating on the frequency in which the crystal that you put in it. So if you have a crystal that's 7.030, then it can only operate on that frequency, plus or minus a little bit. And you know, so you're at the mercy of that frequency. You can't go up or down the band. It's just that frequency. And so in order to make it a little bit more user-friendly, Rex has put in some band modules so that you can easily change to a different band or easily change a different crystal in a band. So you can do whatever you want to swap out the crystal, and then you're good to go. So I'll demonstrate that here in a minute. But the first thing I'm going to do, if my antenna stays up, is I am going to get on 20 meters with the Rockmite and see if I can get anybody. It's going to be 700. It's actually 600 milliwatts on 20 meters, so not even a full watt. We'll see who we can get. Also, another thing that's interesting is he's kind of adding some things with the Rockmite that you can buy as well. I have a amplifier where I was hoping to bring that up here today, and I would have been able to operate at 5 watts on 2 different bands by switching out the band modules. But I'm having a little trouble with that amplifier, so I need to fix it. And then on the next video, I'll have it out and I'll show you how it works. The great thing about that amplifier is it doesn't just have to. You don't just have to use the Rockmite with it. You can use like a Pixie or a 49 or any of those other QRPP, so to speak, radios. So all right, let's go ahead and get on the air, and I will show you the radio as I'm setting up and getting ready to go. Okay, I think I'll operate from right here. So here's a good look at the Rockmite's front end here. There's a place for the volume on this side, and then on this side we have a CW speed control, and you have to get into this button right here. I have to get into the menu to actually make that work. I had a little bit of trouble with that, but it's all right. Paddles go right here. Then on the back side we have let's see, the power, and then here's where the phones go. and then the antenna right there. So let me go ahead and get this set up. It's all inside this case, and I have some thumb screws here that I bought aftermarket to pull the case out and switch out the band modules. Again, I'll show you that in just a minute. Let's get set up here. Put the power in. All right, and now we need the headphones, and the CW key, and then we're good to go. There's my buds. One thing to note, guys, on this is that it doesn't have an automatic gain control, so you got to work with me, be a little patient if I actually get a very, very strong signal. I have to try to turn the volume down, but it's going to be interesting. I hope I don't blow my eardrums out. And then like really weak signals are obviously remain really, really weak. So let's put the phones in there. And my CW paddle, here it is. Good old Pico Palm paddle. And then I need to pull up my phone here and get set up on my log. I use HamRS for that. I'm on Mike November. Let's see, I'm going to do 14.060, and it's going to be CW, and it's going to be Whiskey 7 Alpha. Mike November 131. Okay, I should be good there. And I'm just going to start calling CQ to see if the RBN network picks me up. Put my earbuds in, and then I'm just gonna, like I said, I just start calling CQ. I'm not gonna send out a spot. Hopefully it'll spot me. Sounds like there's, doesn't seem like I'm hearing. Let's see, I don't hear anything. Something's up. I can hear some interference, but let me go ahead and spot myself after all. Because I'm not hearing anything on the band right now, not even any static. That's really strange. Like there's something up. Yeah. Oh, it did pick me up. How about that? But it picked me up in the wrong spot. Yeah. Yeah, I guess okay, I guess I looked at it and it spotted me. Maybe this isn't working with the recorder. I'm going to turn the recorder off and see. This may be a wash for everybody. I may end up not being able to show you guys how this works if I can't get this to work properly. Oh, that's it. That's it. You bet. The for some reason I'm not able to get the audio to come through the recorder properly to let you guys listen. So let me try this one more time. Let's see. And we'll see what happens. Make sure everything's connected good. Oh yeah, that's a little better. No, it's not gonna work. I'm gonna have to, oh crap. We'll have to come with a mic next time. All right, folks, so I went ahead and just ended the recording after I realized that I couldn't I couldn't use the inline recorder. So we'll figure that out and we'll come back out again and do a better video. But I thought I would still not just toss this video and make it worth nothing. So what I'm gonna do, I'm almost to the car here. So I'll go ahead and cut from this video and go to my bench, and I'll show you the radio on the bench and kind of finish out my thoughts on it. And then, like I said, we'll just go ahead and do another video with the amplifier in the future, in the next week or two, and have everything lined up. I'll try to figure out maybe an external speaker or something, try to figure out a different way to record the contacts so that you can hear what's going on the radio. So it's kind of disappointing that I didn't get that on recording though, because man, I had some stations over East Coast all the way to New Hampshire. New Hampshire station gave me a 5.5 this morning, so 600 milliwatts. That's not bad. All right, we'll catch you over at the bench. Okay, here we are back at the bench, made it home, and so we have here the Rockmite that I had out in the field. I already went over, you know, the CW speed and all that, and then you know, the connections here on the back. So we won't go over that again. And then here is the amplifier. It's called a Rock Topper, and on the back side there is you know, the RF in, RF out, and the power. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to talk about the Rockmite, and then I'll talk about the Rock Topper. So the Rockmite, you noticed I started on 20 meters out in the field, and that's what's in the band module right now, or that's the band module in the radio right now. So what I did out in the field when I wanted to switch to a different band, I wanted to switch to 40 meters after I'd used it, is I went ahead and I took these thumb screws off. Now again, I bought these aftermarket or after I'd already got the Rockmite. There were screws in here, so I replaced them with these thumb screws, so it'll be easy to switch it out in the field. I don't have to take a screwdriver with me. So I'm going to take these thumb screws out, and then I'm going to slide the board out of this case and show you when I do that. you see the board, okay? And so this board has, right here, is the band module for 20 meters and the low pass filter for 20 meters. And you can see the crystals here. If I can bring it up here, you can see, if I get it right, you can see that it's a 14.060 crystal, 2 of them in there, because there's filtering that goes on. So when I wanted to change to a different band or a different frequency, what you do is you take the 2 modules out and replace them. So I had here out in the field also, I had the other modules, and so let me take those out and take them out of this bag, this protective bag, lay them here. And so I just grab here on the side this board and pop it out. And then I'll add this 40 meter one, and you can see, I believe you'll be able to see that it says 7.030, okay? That band module goes here. Then I take out the low pass filter for 20 meters. Comes in a kit, just like that module does. And here is the 40 meter band module. That pops right in there. And so there you have it. So now this radio, which previously it was able to operate on 20 meters, now operates on 40. And again, I remember it's rock bound, so it's only going to be that one frequency. So for this radio, it's 7.030. Actually, it's a little less than that, 7.028, 29, somewhere in there. And then with these other band modules, and it was 14.058 or 9. So let me slide this back in the case. And then I'm going to go ahead and put the thumb screws back on. And this radio is now ready to go on a different band, the 40 meter band. And so that was what I wanted to show you as in addition to the audio. Now I figured out the audio. I was able to find a external speaker that works and that is able to output what I'm hearing in my phones. So what I'm going to do on my next activation is I'll show you this again, and I will let you listen to the contacts that I make via the speaker instead of the inline recorder that I had that wasn't working for this radio. Okay, let's move on over then, and I'll put these away in a minute, but let me just bring the rock topper over here for a minute. Okay, this is an amplifier, and so this amplifier amplifies the signal because, you know, this Rockmite on 40 meters for me puts out 700 milliwatts, so not even a full watt, 0.7 watts. And then with the 20 meter band modules, it puts out about 600 milliwatts. So, I mean, I was able to make some pretty good contacts with it, but if you want to up the power, you know, and get it going even better, then you need a amplifier. So this rock topper, which again, I mentioned this earlier, I think, it doesn't have to be used just with the Rockmite. It could be used with any other QRP, you know, milliwatt output type radio, like a tuna tin or a Pixie or 49er, you know, some of those. So, okay, so let me go ahead and take this out and show you. And I had struggles with getting this band module working properly on my bench here before I took it out in the field. So since it wasn't working, I just went barefoot with the rock topper and didn't use Rockmite and didn't use this rock topper. Again, I have these thumb screws that I ordered on Amazon. You can find the link below. That helps make this a little easier project. Okay, so again, I'll pull this one out. This is the amplifier. And the amplifier has the one board. So, you know, when you're transmitting on a certain frequency, say, so I have the Rockmite. If I'm transmitting on 20 meters, there will be some harmonics. And so when you amplify that signal, even though you have this low-pass filter, some of those harmonics will be amplified, and so you need another filter. And so that's what this filter is for. So you also got to switch out the filter in the rock topper, and that's where I was having a problem because this particular band module, this filter it wasn't working for me, and it was causing some problems. Let me pull this out, and I'm going to be careful because I'll tell you what the problem was. So this is this is the 20 meter filter for the rock topper, the amplifier, and there was a bad connection in the toroid here, so I resoldered the connection there, and it fixed the problem. So okay, so I have the 20, and I'm going to pull that out, and so you see now you've got the board without the band module. So I'm going to put the new one in, and this one is one that I had with me as well. So these are both kits, by the way. So all the boards you see are kits that you can order from QRPme.com. Rex Harper makes them all available. So here's the 40 meter low pass filter that goes in the rock topper, and so you replace it like this. Just stick this one in, and try not to touch the toroids, because I think that was my problem last time. I just pushed down on the toroids, and I think it made a bad connection. So that's it, easy as that. And then slide that back in, put the face back on, and then we've got these thumb screws, and that is it. Now I guess I could show you what this looks like all connected, and then we will wrap things up. So let me get the cables all set up, and I'll show you what this looks like all connected. Okay, so here's what the station will look like when it's all set up. I have here a Bioenno battery, and I will connect this cable I have to it, and this cable has a split in it. Let me see if I can bring it over and show you. So there's a split right here, and this goes to power both of the both the Rockmite and the rock topper. You need both of them powered, so I have that split to do that. Now here is the output of the Rockmite, and so that would go into the input, the RF in of the rock topper, and then the RF out goes to the antenna. So, and then also I have here this speaker that I found that will work, and the key is plugged in right here in the front. So let me go ahead and power up the Rockmite. That is pretty dang loud. Let me bring the volume down. All right, that's better. Okay, so yeah, every time you power up, it does that. Now, let me just show you what you can do as far as the speed goes if I turn this dial. So if you turn it all the way to the right, it's the default speed that you set into the keyer, which is 20 meters for me, or sorry, 20 words per minute. But if you turn it to the right, it'll drop to very slow, and it'll go fast. So here we go. So there you go. Pretty cool. All right, so now what we're going to do is I'm going to power up the rock topper. And so what we'll have is as an amplification, and I suppose I can show you that. Well, we'll take care of that next time. But in reality, this is all you need to operate with this radio. And then again, as I mentioned, this is set up for right now for I forget which one it's set up for. I think it's set up for 20 meters. And so when you want to switch to a different band, you just take the thumb screws out here, replace the 2 band modules, take the thumb screws out here, replace the 1 band module, and you're good to go with a different band. Okay, everybody, that is the end of the video, I believe. This is the Rockmite. It's a great Rockmite Plus actually, great radio. I was able to make some good contacts on it barefoot, but then you also have the option to get the amplifier, and it's the rock topper. And both are going to be a great addition to my QRP operation. You buy them at QRPme.com. I'll put the link down below, along with a link to this and any other things that I have here. So go ahead and check it out and see if you like it. These are all kits. They don't come built, so you get to have the fun of assembling both boards and all the band modules. And so, like I said again, we will be doing an activation with the Rockmite and the Rock Topper coming up in the next week or two, and I'll demonstrate that, and I'll be able to record the contacts. So promise that to you. So until next time, thank you for joining me, and we will see you out there in the field, or we will see you at the next video. 73. Bye bye.